This coverage is sponsored by Falkirk Rugby Club.
Brought to you by Atlas Winch and Hoist Services Limited, heavy lifting and pulling solutions. Brought to you by Bell Bakers, Scotland's favourite for generations.
This afternoon we're at Sunnyside for the Premier 2 clash between Falkirk and Biggar. Falkirk second in the table, unbeaten so far. Biggar, they've won 2 from 4, but early on it was the men from Hartree Mill who were putting on the pressure inside the Falkirk 22. Ball coming back, they're looking for a quick ball, but referee David Jackson getting out of there, but no. Handling on the ground, penalty to Biggar, up step Craig Parker, and he's a man that doesn't miss from there. 3-0 to Biggar after 10 minutes. 4 minutes later, inside the Falkirk half, winger Rory McClatchy skipping inside. Whoops, that was a wee bit on the high side there. And yeah, interception by Falkirk, but going nowhere because David Jack said, right, high tackle. Parker said, thanks very much. And oh, crumbs, he just squeezed that one in. But 6-0, quarter of an hour gone. Falkirk were going to have to do something. And the man to do it for them was scrum half Mark Bruce. Oh, off he went on a mazy run. Support there from Stuart McAllister. McAllister, was he going to go all the way? Oh, hauled down there. Great cover tackle by Craig Parker. And an awful lot of guddling going on there. Knock-ons, fumbles, you name it. And referee David Jack spotted a penalty further back. That was going to be 3 points for Falkirk, wasn't it? Well, not if you're scrum half Mark Bruce. He had other ideas. Popped that one across the field, and there was skipper Casey Gibson on the spot. Whoa! Somehow I think they planned that one. 1 point in it. Bigger, big men thumping up the field, keeping the pressure on the Falkirk defence. Back to Davy Reeve, out to Simeon James. He's a danger man for Biggar. We chip ahead there, but again, penalty to Biggar. Parker adding the 3 points. 9-5 Biggar. The first half hour had been all about the visitors, and they kept up the pressure. Simeon James again, out to Scott Watson. Watson going for the line. We inside ball there, and oh, that was a magical take by Mike McCain. No wonder he was happy. 9 points adrift, and Falkirk were going to have to come up with something, and they did. Lovely offload there from Casey Gibson. Forwards piling in, and quick ball. Oh, and Mark Bruce throwing off a couple of tackles over the 22, and nobody was going to catch the wee scrum half. A brilliant solo try to pull Falkirk back into the game and give David Adamson the simplest of conversions. Reduced the margin to 2 points as half-time approached. And right on the half-time whistle, Falkirk trying to run the ball away, but Biggar winning the turnover. David Jack playing advantage. Out into midfield, slung out there by Michael Rutherford, but again a penalty to Biggar. Big kick this for Craig Parker. Straight through the posts. 17-12 at half-time.
Scrum Magazine. Subscribe online at scrummagazine.com.
This coverage is sponsored by Falkirk Rugby Club.
Brought to you by Atlas Winch and Hoist Services Limited, heavy lifting and pulling solutions. Brought to you by Bell Bakers, Scotland's favourite for generations.
Biggar going into the second half with a 5-point lead, and as the more experienced side of the two at this level, you'd expect them to grind it away and come away with the win. And in the first couple of minutes, that's exactly what they did. Pressure on the Falkirk red zone, out to Richard Peacock there, since the wee gap, but taken out, penalty So the referee and Craig Parker's conversion stretched the margin to 8 points. And that was a pretty comfortable lead for Biggar. But all of a sudden, whatever they put in the half-time oranges for Falkirk started to take effect. And there was Matt Morrell scampering through the defence. Couple of lovely wee shows, taking it on himself, in for a cracker of a try. David Adamson straight through the post with the conversion, and now there's only 1 point in it. And a couple of minutes later, well, Falkirk really got their tails up now, and Dave Millard exposing some pretty fragile tackling. And Falkirk looking for quick ball. Mark Bruce to David Jimison to Matt Whittleston, and the flanker fending off a couple of tackles and in for the try that takes Falkirk into the lead. Biggar realising they're going to have to do something to pull the game out. A big scrum, and Falkirk trying to run the ball away in the danger zone. Not a smart idea, holding on to referee David Jack, and Craig Parker's conversion bringing the margin back to just 1 point. And on the hour mark, Falkirk cranking it up again. You get the feeling that this was their day. And oh, it looks oh so simple. When you go through the phases, you get quick ball, you sling it out, and at the end of it, there's a winger who can finish off like Mark Morrell did for his second try there. No conversion. 6 points adrift Biggar. We're going to have to pull something out of the bag, but the Falkirk defence now really solid. And in the middle of that stramash, David Jack spotted a penalty, but Falkirk winning the ball. And Mark Bruce away again, out to Gibson. Gibson to Stuart McAllister with open space in front of him. Oh, lovely wee sidestep, leaving Craig Parker for dead. And a beautiful angle in under the posts. And now this was Falkirk rampant. Simplest of conversions for Dave Adamson. Now Falkirk sensing that something special was on for them, I think, this afternoon. Casey Gibson, big man in just about everything that happened. David Jack spotting a high tackle on Gibson, playing advantage, but nothing happening for Falkirk, and bringing play back. And Adamson taking the 3 points, stretching the margin to 16 with almost 13 minutes left to play. Falkirk running the ball from everywhere. Long ball from Bruce to Mike Parsons. And the winger, wee chip ahead. Whoop, taken out late by Jason Kelly. That one earned him a red card. And Biggar, well, they were a man down now and pretty dispirited. Falkirk, they were trying everything. Kevin McKenzie busting through there, 5 metres from the post. And the ball whipped out. David Jimison plucking it out of the air. And the man of many clubs round for a try he'll remember for a wee while. No problem for Adamson with the conversion. And going into the full-time whistle, Falkirk, could they get the half century? This would be incredible if they could. And that ball out to Mike Parsons, skipping away down the wing, inside ball finding David Millard, and the fullback romping in for try number 8. Adamson, this conversion, the final kick of the game, really rubbing it in off the posts. Final score 53 points to 23.
Yeah, pretty wrapped. We had our backs against the wall a little bit in that first spell, and we really dug deep in that second half, and I think the fitness came through towards the end there with some good tries, so yeah, pretty wrapped.
We'd marked this game as a big day for us, week 5 in the league. We are unbeaten, and it was important we remained that today, just to keep up the top of the league.
That is an extraordinary scoreline, because Biggar are no bad side, but it just shows the potential of this Falkirk team, who hold on to second place in Premier 2. They could be there in the top 4 come the split after 11 games. Biggar have still got a lot of work to do. This is Ron Evans for Scottish Rugby Television at Sunnyside, Falkirk.